In order to succeed at business, you have to understand different factors, and one of those things is just having a great product. It doesn't really matter, even if you're the most brilliant person, but you're not producing the best product or a competitive product in the market, you're just not going to succeed. And that's why in today's video, I'm going to be rating some of the beauty products that I've been using. Let's see whether they're really good, whether they deserve to stay in the market. Welcome to Monetize Attention. My name is Kandagar. On this channel, I explore the profitability of attention by putting my master's degree in digital marketing and communication to work. So the products that I have, you're going to be looking at them in terms of aesthetics, price, lifetime value, customer experience, and of course, brand story. And the first on the chopping block, we have Darling. And I just have the packaging, or a part of the packaging. This is a brand that produces or manufactures braiding hair. That's what I use to braid my hair. You know, looks amazing. And right off the bat, one thing that I really like about this brand is just how they've revolutionized the packaging. This brand has been in existence for a very long time, and I've always used these extensions. Of course, right now there's just a lot of competition in the Kenyan market, but the fact that they're always innovative when it comes to this brand is absolutely fascinating. The colors that have been used are really catchy, and this means that when you put this brand against all the other competitors, it's easy to stand out. And also showing you the different hairstyles that you could opt for with the braiding hair. The back showing you the color number, which is, the basic thing that you need. And they also remind you here that they have availability in different colors, and in small letters here they talk about how Darling chooses only the best fibers in the trendiest styles for you to achieve your fashion forward look with little effort. This is really important because we're at a time now where there's a lot of research that is coming out that is telling us that a lot of these extensions that we're using are not good for us. And this is exactly where social media comes into play. Social media is a place where a lot of brands right now should be using it to really talk about what they stand for, or show how they're producing their products, in order to really show consumers that you care for them. Because the last thing that you need in the social media space is people coming up with rumors about how you're using toxic chemicals. Word spreads so fast, and because you really can't have control over social media, it means that you're going to be in trouble. So the best thing for a lot of brands is to really get ahead and start controlling the narrative and use social media to really show what the brand is all about. In Kenya right now, a lot of brands are not doing that because a lot of them still don't think that social media is a serious thing. Anyway, getting back to Darling, I would say with aesthetics, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. When it comes to pricing, it's about $50 cents. That is very reasonable. That is very affordable. And one of the things that I really liked about this brand while I was braiding my hair is that it didn't leave my scalp itchy. This is something that I always have with other brands. When they talk about having best fibers, I guess they mean it, because a great experience. I would say that the extensions themselves were a little tough because I braided my own hair. They're not as soft as other brands, but now I'm thinking maybe the fact that the other brands have very soft extensions is because they use a lot of chemicals which cause skin irritation. It might be that. For the customer experience score, I would probably give it a 4 out of 5. Would I buy it again? Of course I would buy it again, because I've had a fairly great experience using it. So I would say the score for lifetime value, that would be a 4 out of 5. Lifetime value is really about the profitable relationship that you form between a brand, a company, and the consumer. The more loyal you are to a brand, the more money they make. It means that you have a higher lifetime value. Is it possible to tell the brand story of a Darling just by looking at its packaging? I would say very much yes. I am getting that this is a made in Africa, made in Kenya brand. I'm getting that this is a brand that chooses the best fibers. I'm getting this is a brand that really cares about its customers. So I would say the brand story is really shining. Like, I really don't need someone to explain to me what the brand is about, because I can just look at the packaging and I know what the brand story is about. So for brand story, I'll give that a 4 out of 5, because it can always be better. And now let's move on to lipsticks, and these are by Joanna K Cosmetics. I'm actually wearing this one. and it looks pretty fantastic. Those colors look pretty fantastic, don't they? These retail for about $12 for each lipstick, which I would say is kind of fair. It's very competitive. This is the price for a lot of lipsticks in the market. So the packaging is really basic, gives you all the things that you need in it. I mean, the name of the brand, the name of the shade, and the color of the shade is pretty basic, and it does the job. Sometimes you don't need the most elaborate thing, but I also understand that because this is a small business, Joanna K is still a small business, they can't just invest in very expensive packaging because that means the prices are also going to go up. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 when it comes to aesthetics. And when it comes to the experience that I've had with this, I would say for these two shades, the pink and the brown, I really loved having them, but this red one I really didn't like it because it wasn't applying in a very smooth manner. It's almost chalky in a way. Really means that there's a lack of consistency when it comes to how they're producing these. Maybe I don't know what happened, but you know, having such an experience is not nice, because when you have a good experience with one product from a brand and a bad experience with another product from the same brand, it really makes you question the brand a lot, because I wouldn't want to risk buying from you not knowing whether I'm going to get a good product or a bad product. So I would say for the experience, I would give it a 3 out of 5. Would I buy this product again? Actually, this is the second time that I bought from Joanna K. The first time I bought from them was when they launched, and that was before I went to France. And when I was in France, I was always thinking about how I just wanted to come back and buy from them again, but this red one disappointed me, but these other ones are pretty fantastic. So I would say I would definitely buy from Joanna K again. So the lifetime value score would give it a 4 out of 5. And I've actually seen they've launched lip oils. I might actually think about trying them. And when it comes to brand story, is it possible to tell the brand story from the packaging? No, you can tell the name of the brand, but are you able to know what the brand is about by just looking at the packaging? No. And again, this is the disadvantage of being a small business, because you just don't have the capacity to invest a lot into packaging like a lot of other big brands would. Because if you do that, it means your prices are going to go up, and if your prices go up and you're still trying to find your market, that might actually cut you off from the market, and you may end up falling off. The 2 out of 5, I should be able to look at your packaging and know exactly what the brand is about, because there's so many other brands that will give you lipstick with different shades. What is your story? What differentiates you from the others? And moving on, we have this. I don't know whether this is called an eau de parfum or eau de toilette, but it's Eau Fraîche Rose from Rocher. Can you actually believe that this was given to me by the brand as a gift because of buying other products from them? This is one of the reasons why I like Rocher, because each and every time you buy from their site, you get so many free things, and this retails for about 36 euros, and I got it for free. Technically, it's not free. That is a tactic that is used so that you can go back to the brand over and over, and it works because I am a loyal customer of Rocher. So when it comes to lifetime value, I'm giving them a 5 out of 5. I remember the first time that I used this fragrance, I didn't like it, and that was in France. And I remember every time I used it in France, I didn't like it because it wasn't lasting. The moment I came back to Kenya, this became my favorite fragrance, because all of a sudden it's like it just came to life. And I think it's because of the tropical weather. It really works so much better here in Kenya. The fragrance lasts more. The scent of it is also just amazing. The sun always does wonders. So for the price, I would say a 3 out of 5. Customer experience, I'll also give it a 3 out of 5 because of the inconsistencies between France and Kenya. And when it comes to the aesthetics, I think it has pretty basic packaging, you know. It's a glass bottle and then with a sticker that tells you what the fragrance is all about. Say 2 out of 5 for aesthetics. And what about brand story? I mean, when you look at this product, you really can't tell so much about the brand. Comparing this to other products by Rocher, this is just not as detailed. For this product in particular, you can't tell the brand story of Rocher, so that's a 2 out of 5 for brand story. I'm gonna continue with Rocher with this. This is the hand cleansing gel, and I would say that this is one of the most innovative products that I've seen in my time, because this is a hand cleansing gel that has an orange chocolate fragrance. This is definitely an innovation that was deeply inspired by the events of 2020, when we had to literally always sanitize our hands, and it really makes sense to have a hand sanitizer that has this really delicate and indulgent scent, because if you're going to be sanitizing your hands throughout the day, you might as well enjoy doing it because of something that just smells fantastically. I mean, when it comes to the aesthetics of this is just really great. It has the florals, and it puts you in a good mood. Say a 5 out of 5 for aesthetics. And when it comes to brand story, the mere fact of having a hand cleansing gel that smells like orange and chocolate, that just tells you that this is a brand that is innovative, that likes trying new things. And the florals and the orange flavor that they're using can also tell you that the brand is really invested in nature. I think those are 1 or 2 things that you can get from the brand story, so I would give that a 4 out of 5. When it comes to the lifetime value, as I said previously, I am a loyal customer of Rocher because of such products. You're definitely a 5 out of 5. When it comes to the experience, I mean, I've had a great experience using this. I'm giving that a 5 out of 5. When it comes to price, it was about €4 when I bought this. If you're living in France, that is fine, but if you're living in a place like Kenya, that would be a lot of money. I would give that a 3 out of 5. Now we're coming to a made in Kenya brand, Arimis. This is supposed to be a milking jelly to be used when milking cows, but in Kenya we use it on our faces. It's even marketed as a milking jelly, mafuta ya kukamua ng'ombe. And did you know there was a point where they tried to rebrand this product to be used for skincare, and they got a lot of backlash? People are like, no, we just want you to stick with milking jelly. We buy it because it's milking jelly. It's only $42. Makes it a 5 out of 5 when it comes to price. When it comes to the aesthetics, pretty much tells you that it's a petroleum jelly, and it's for the cows. It even has a picture of the cow there. It's simple and straight to the point. Lifetime value, of course, I've been buying this over and over. I'm always going to be buying it. It works very well. It's multi-purpose. Use it on your skin, use it on your body, use it for your lips, and it's really great, especially now that I'm living in the village where it's very cold. This is really perfect because I do not want to get wind burns. You know, a lot of people are always talking about wearing sunscreen because of the sun, but here it gets real cold that it actually burns your skin, especially on your cheeks, and this just works perfectly. Definitely a 5 out of 5 on lifetime value. When it comes to experience, I really like this because even though it's a jelly, it's not very heavy. You don't feel it like being very sticky on your face or on your body, so I would give it a 4 out of 5. When it comes to brand story, it's basically a 1 out of 5 because I don't know who makes this. Is Arimis a brand or is it the name of this jelly? I can look at this product and I don't know who created it. I don't know who is behind it. We're coming to the last beauty product that I've been using, and this is the sunscreen by Roche Posay. I have used it. It is over. One of the things that I really like about the sunscreen is that, one, it doesn't leave a white cast because I have a dark skin. I don't want to be walking around looking like I'm a corpse. Also very light. And one of the things I also like about it, it just leaves you glowing. Not shining, but glowing. It's a fantastic product. That's a 5 out of 5 for the customer experience. Would I buy it again? Of course. That means for my lifetime value with this product, I would give it a 4 out of 5 because I can always, you know, look at other brands. When it comes to the price, I would say that it really depends on where you are. I bought it for about €15 when I was in France, but when it comes to Kenya, the price doubles or even triples, obviously because this is an imported product. I'm really giving it a 3 out of 5 when it comes to the price. When it comes to the aesthetics of this product, I mean, first of all, I like how they've used the colors here. The cream, the orange and the blue. Wait, is this a beauty product? It falls under skincare. It's not a cosmetic product, so it shouldn't be in this video, but anyway, they've used the colors really well, and the moment you read the packaging, you know exactly what you're getting. It's a 50+ SPF that protects you against UVB and UVA. It's also sans parfum, which means it doesn't have fragrance, which is one of the things that I really like because some people are actually very sensitive to fragrances and you don't want that. It also also have a diagram showing you what UVAs and UVBs are. Also have some images in the back to show you how to protect yourself from the sun. This is basically fantastic. 5 out of 5 for the aesthetics, because it's not just telling you about the product, it's also teaching you a thing or two about how to protect yourself. It's educational. Is it possible to know more about the brand just by looking at the packaging? The brand calls itself La Roche Posay Laboratoire Dermatologique. Right off the bat, you know, they're invested in dermatology. So that tells you that this is a brand that is probably more clinical than it is cosmetic. The fact that they really put in a lot of information in the packaging tells you that they're really invested in research. It's not everyone who can really think about, you know, do the people know what UVA or UVBs are? People who are really into the research will always do such things. So right off the bat, I can tell that this is a brand that is more clinical and a brand that is really into research. 4 out of 5 for brand story. Now, I'm not really sure whether someone who hasn't studied marketing would be able to tell this right off the bat. So maybe that's a bias, because I do have a lot of knowledge, obviously, when it comes to a lot of these things. We've come to the end of rating the beauty products that I've been using, except one, which is more of a skincare product. But I hope you've learned a thing or two from this. You can definitely leave the comments that you might have, or share a thing or two about whether you've used some of the products that I have, the experiences that you had, and whether you would actually be a repeat customer for that brand. This has been so fun shooting, so I think I'm going to be doing more of this in the future. So I hope I'm going to be seeing you in the next video. Before you go, you can also check out some of my other videos, which are going to teach you a thing or two about the attention economy and about marketing.